YouTube, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Now, today is gonna be a very relaxed one. I might just even call it drowsy. Today, I'm gonna talk about accessories again, but this time it's gonna be like a, let's say, explained tier list, sort of, on which accessories to use for which characters on which occasion. And yeah, I've been requested to do a video like this because there is a need for it. I can understand that because if we're honest to ourselves, then Bleach Brave Souls is quite an, let's say, complicated game. Like, it's not that straightforward for anyone. Like, you gotta consider a lot of things. You gotta consider accessories, then you gotta consider right builds for different occasions. Then you have link slot transcendence, you have chronicle quests, you have epic raids, you have inheritance trials, inheritance zones. Then you have different materials which you need for different purposes. There is quite a few things to take in, and for a new player in the game, this can be at times quite overwhelming. And especially the accessory side of the game, like that is your bread and butter. Like, your accessories have to be good in order for your character to shine. And if your accessories are bad, your character is going to be weak. Like, he's not going to perform at his best. And that is why the need for this video has arisen. I don't know these. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now, what you're seeing right here is yeah, let's say a sort of tier list for some of the accessories that you should use for a certain character. Now, I'm gonna show two different charts. The first chart, this one here, is for SP based characters, and the second chart afterwards is gonna be for NAT based characters. Now, these items here, which you can see, these accessories are the ideal accessories that you should be using for your SP based character units. Now, the first one, obviously, your teacup, your pills, the staff, all of these, if you equip them with the 30% secondary skill, are definitely SS tier for your SP based characters. So if you have them for the right attributes, use them always, because they will increase the SP output, like the special damage for your character, exponentially. So moving on to the next one is obviously S tier. The first one is the Lieutenant's Badge, which increases your strong attack damage, and if you have a secondary reroll skill, then it will increase your SP if you have SP 30 plus on it, again, for a huge amount. Now, next in line would be the, I don't know how you spell it, Katakoran Alpha, which is for no affiliation characters. So if you do have that, the character gains 10% strong attack damage. If you have in turn for the second effect SP 30, you will get another SP 30, which is ideally what you want to be getting for him. Then the next one will be for Quincy's and Stern Ritters. They gain 10% strong attack damage and spiritual pressure plus 15%. Now, this would be probably used for the most Urius out there, but I couldn't see myself using it ever. I've never really used it, but yeah, that's just another one of those equipments that you should be using for like these type of characters if you have them. Then next one would be the Sparta Chair, obviously for Sparta and Arankas. They gain 10% strong attack damage, so if it's the same affiliation, it would be 20%. And Spiritual Pressure, if you have the second effect on plus 30 again, like you should be having on all of them, then it will increase its rating again. The next one would be Daddy's Great Whistle. It's for humans. Same thing again, strong attack damage plus 10% or plus 20%, and it will increase the SP again if you have it on secondary effect. Now, the third one would be these pills. I'm looking for the name. Now, some of you might be wondering, why are they for SP? Now, they are for SP-based characters because focus plus 15%. You can either use them for SP or for net characters. I wouldn't use them for SP characters personally, but you can. Because of the focus plus 15%, if you have on a secondary skill, let's say again, focus plus 15% or SP plus 30%, it will increase your damage output as well. So definitely that is another one, the hollow bait it's called. That is another one which you could be using as well for SP. Afterwards, obviously the hunting cap, that is a standard one. Most of the people, of the players know that because you will get it free just for playing the game in the beginning if you do the accessory training grounds. The next one would be the Tenshin Tai. This increases your special move effect by 50%. If it's the same affiliation, 100%. So that's another one good for SP characters. Then afterwards, the Zeta Borutan pill, 50% chance to hit an enemies if you need it. And again, if you choose for the secondary skill, SP based. And the last three are like you get them free to play through playing a story. The base that was, I believe, increased rating for every attribute, I think 5%. And if you choose like on a secondary skill 30% SP or 30% focus or 15%, then that will definitely do a difference. So those three are like are good to use as well if you have nothing better. Then next one would be A rank, but they are mostly only used for guild quests. In guild quests, those are SS tier because they extremely increase your damage output. The Misanga right at the end increases your damage, your killer effect by 15% during guild quests. The other ones, the stickers, also increase your killer of a certain affiliation plus 20% in guild quests, so that is a huge boost, definitely. Now, afterwards would be gold chappies. Now, these are called gold Yuki dispensers. The first one is gold, the second one is standard Yuki dispenser, and that is a great here for certain users. Like if you have a character that hasn't got focus as a second ability, like let's say you have just 1 of 5 and you put SP on them and you haven't got focus, then chances size focus is pretty low. I would never recommend bringing down focus to 0 because focus is just so important. But you can use them. I personally never use them, but you can use them because it pushes up obviously the SP to a certain limit. So if you have the gold one and you put it on the same affiliation, you will get plus 30 for SP and another plus 30 if you have a secondary skill. So that is not too bad. Bearing in mind you lose focus for it. So I wouldn't recommend using it, but for newer players out there that haven't really got anything else at the moment or at the beginning, you could use it, but I would change it ASAP as soon as you get something better. Now, next in line are these. I'm looking for the name of the first one. Right, the first one is a speedball. It increases your range damage plus 5%, plus 10% in guild quest, so could be potentially used for guild quest, but I wouldn't really recommend it. It's not that useful. If you have the secondary effect, something like attack 30 or stamina 30, I can see it being useful, but I never used it myself, so yeah. Then afterwards, it would be the heavy bag. Same thing again, just for melee damage, plus 5%. Would be plus 10% in guild quests. Again, if you have spiritual pressure, plus 30 or something, it would be definitely of use as well, but I can't see it myself being useful. Afterwards, it would be these anniversary cards. These are generally speaking good. In this case, it's the Bleach 20th anniversary card. Um, it has a base of spiritual pressure plus 20%. Let's say you got on the secondary effect plus 30% again, that would be plus 50%. So definitely good to use. Unfortunately, this has no affiliation, so you won't be getting any bonus of it. But yeah, definitely has its uses at some place. Now, D, I'm not really going to talk about. Those are just accessories that increase your stamina. Except for the first two, those are really trash. If you have them, they're just, yeah, placeholders, let's call it. But other than that, they don't have much use because these Popples dispensers reduce your focus to 0% and increase your attack and stamina plus 10%. So I can see it being useful if you're trying to make like fun builds or something. But it won't be useful generally speaking because your focus goes down to 0. And like I said before, focus is very important in this game. And the last ones are situational based accessories. Now, these accessories have like certain effects on it, like increasing your movement speed, reducing a certain status ailment for a certain percentage. And yeah, that's why those are like situational build. Like if you're doing a certain stage in co-op or PvE, where you need like certain ailment reduction, then you could use one of them because then I can see them being useful. But other than that, I wouldn't really recommend using them. Like I said, those are just situational. And that concludes the SP-based tier list. Um, yeah, definitely. Like if you have the first ones on the SS and S, work on them. The other ones are like I said, not really that good apart from the stickers and the misangas, which are SS and guild quests. Now the next one will be for nut-based characters, and the thing here looks kind of similar, but kind of different as well. Now on the first one, you have obviously the Chappies. Those are like the SS based um, accessories that you can have for a net-based unit because the gold chappy and the normal chappy they reduce your SP to 0, but you don't need it for a net-based character, and increases all other stats. For the gold one on the base for 18%, and the normal chappy on the base for 15%. So that will definitely, if you have the same affiliation, give it a huge boost. And if you choose for the secondary skill something like attack 15% or focus 15%, you will definitely see the difference with the damage output. That is why those two are definitely on a SS tier. Second one, obviously again the hollow pill, the hollow pills, the hollow baits. Sorry, the hollow baits are definitely second to best accessory for nut units because of the attack and focus plus 15%. If you have a secondary skill, attack or focus, again, then you will see a huge increase in damage output. So if you have it, use it. If you don't, try and grind for it. Like the drops aren't too bad from BBS tickets, not from BBS tickets, from Brave Souls accessory tickets. So try and get them and save them up and do like hundreds summons, and then you will see the difference. Now, the next one would be the wooden sword. Obviously, Soul Reapers, Captains, and Squad 0 gain 10% normal attack damage. So if it's the same affiliation, you will be getting plus 20%. And on the secondary effect, if you have attack 15%, you will see a difference as well. Then afterwards, this football, the soccer ball. No affiliation characters gain 10% normal attack damage. Again, this goes up to 20%. Secondary effect, as said before. Then the next one, what's it called again? Hold on. Let's see what it's called. Ah, there it is. The Ginto. The Ginto, again, for Quincy's and Sternritters, gain 10% normal attack damage. This could be potentially useful for PvE if you have, let's say, a Jugram and you want to increase his normal attack damage output because he's a nut unit. Could be potentially useful. So you can be using it for him or for any other characters, however you want. That is up to you what build you choose for your PvP Brave Battles teams. But yeah, that is something you could be using as well for him. Then afterwards, we have the Combat Spirit bug. Aronkos and Espartas gain 10% normal attack damage. Again, this scales up for the affiliation. Then the next one will be the Knuckle Dusters. Again, those are for humans, and they will gain normal attack damage. Plus 10%, or depending on affiliation, plus 20%. And the last ones are again the Zeta Pill and those accessories and the hunting cap, pretty much the same as in SP based units. They will be given a good boost as well, but they can be used if you have a good secondary accessory skill for them. Now, the next one will be um, SS for PvP or autoing hard content. Let's say you have a Jushiro and you want to auto hard content or something like that, then you could use these accessories for it. Like the Bubbles dispenser is alright for units like um, yeah, let's say for units like Kisuke, for example. He's a nut-based unit, mind Kisuke, and if you have, let's say, two Chappie dispensers on it, and you choose for the third one a Bubbles dispenser, and you use him for mainly autoing content like point events and stuff, you will not really feel the loss of focus because of his attack, which will go up very high. And it's just up to you. I personally wouldn't use it. Like I said before, again, I would never reduce focus to 0 because focus is very, very important. But if you have nothing else, I personally put it in A because I could see it being useful at some times in the past. So definitely make use of it if you have it. If you have something better than it, then don't use it. Then again, B rank and S in Guild Quest. It should be SS in Guild Quest. That was my mistake. But yeah, those are again the stickers and the Misanga, depending on the secondary effect. Choose always attack 15% or focus 15% for nut units, and you will see the difference. C, pretty much the same as SP-based units. There's nothing more special to talk about there. And again, the situational items are exactly the same. Those apply as the same way they apply to SP-based characters. So they are used on certain occasions if you need like an ailment reduction or stuff like that, then they will be useful. And that already concludes the video for today. Now, those are the two SP and NAT tier lists that are made. Um, Take yourself a screenshot, and if you have any of them, work on them. Trust me, those are the top, the ones on the top are the good ones which you should be working on. If you have them, equip them to your favorite characters and have fun with the game. That is the most important thing, having fun. And yeah, thanks for joining again. See you guys next time.